Hello, Ned Heads. Welcome again back to JKPMS. This is Kirk with the Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide podcast. Here with me, as always, is Jacob. Say hey.
What's up, dudes?
Sup? What's good? What's good? Is this the first Ned pod from your new apartment?
I believe so, yeah. I've already recorded a Show Me Something out of this apartment, but I think it is the first Ned pod out of here.
Nice.
Yeah. It was about like a week ago from the time of recording now that we moved in to the new spot. Back in a sunroom recording studio, like the first apartment where we were in the sunroom. But yeah, it's nice place. I like it.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was pretty sweet, cozy.
Yeah, you got to visit it a couple of days ago when you were down here.
Yep. So season 2's continuing on. I don't know if you had anything else outside of the episode to address or...
No, I don't think so. I'm drinking J-Dub's Brewing Company Passion Wheat, Passion Fruit, and Mango Wheat Ale. They're really good. I get them all the time from Publix. They're super good. I like them.
Nice. I got the Swamp Head Pepper Jelly. It's a limited thing they put out at Berliner, like a sour. This one's got mango and habanero.
Nice.
It's a good sour.
Right on.
It's not spicy at all. So if you thought that it would be spicy from the habanero, it's not.
And that is a shame, because you want some of the kick. But that is a good brewery, though.
Yeah, it's very good. They've been putting out a lot of limited stuff during the quarantine, because the tap room's not open, so they're just selling cans.
Yeah, people they have like a drive-through thing, right?
Yeah.
People like coming through and picking up.
Yep, that's what it is right now. I guess at a lot of places, but
yeah,
it's tasty. As far as the episode, I thought the first half was pretty solid. You seem to think that the second half was a little better, but you overall were thinking lukewarm.
I think I laughed a little bit more on the second half. The first part I liked because it introduced a great character, being the vice principal.
Of course.
But as a whole, both episodes combined, I think are weaker than last week's episode, in my opinion.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree, but that's fair.
Right on.
I'd have to...
The IMDb users agree with me.
Yeah. It's true.
I mean, I can't put my finger on it, what the reasoning is, but But yeah, so the first episode starts out with a sledgehammer vandalizer.
Exactly. Throughout the episode, the music, the stinger that they use whenever they show like vandalism occurring is this sick grunge music, and it's just a guy going, yeah.
It's great music.
Yeah, it makes you feel like, hell yeah, fucking deface that property.
Yeah, it does.
But yeah, so basically it's kind of like a crime drama-ish, like, because it's basically Vice Principal Krubbs. So, there's the assistant principal and the vice principal. Now, do you know what the difference is between those things? Are they the same
I don't
thing?
think there is one, right? Because like in the beginning, when they show the title card, it says assistant principal, and then it's crossed out and says vice principal.
I figured that was just because that's what he insisted the position be.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think that there's a difference at all. I think it's just a title difference.
So you don't think that there's two?
No, I don't think so. There might be one per grade, because I remember that being a thing in middle school, where we had an assistant or vice principal or whatever per grade, but right. I doubt it's like two separate positions.
Yeah, that would be weird. I would think.
Yeah. There's not enough work going around for there to be multiple positions.
Dude, yes there is. Well, not now. But back in the heyday, back in like peak, what year is this? 2006, 2005?
Yeah.
Public school in 2006, that's like so many administrators.
What are their duties? What do they actually do?
They just bust people's balls, and they fucking hassle people, and they get paid six figures, and the teachers hate them.
6 figures, yeah, right, dude.
Yeah, the administrators for sure.
No way a vice principal is making 6 figures.
A principal is.
Maybe.
Come on.
I am curious.
It depends on the school. I'll give you that. It depends on the school. Like everything. Like a lot of things, unfortunately.
It's saying in this area, it's well, I'm getting a real wide range.
You see?
It's
I
saying
told
in
you.
this area, it's anywhere from like 40K to 160K.
Okay.
So.
Okay, I
You
guess
know,
I was
that-
a little off, but you know.
That
whatever.
range is pretty insane.
Yes.
A $120,000 range.
I think
God
seniority plays a big role in the amount that you get paid. It's like, you know.
Probably. Do you get tenure as an administrator in a school?
I would think so. I don't know. I would imagine. He's
Maybe I
very
should
much
get into a school system.
He very much leans into the pun of the fact that the name is called Vice Principals because he's, like you said, Miami Vice. He's wearing a white suit with like a pastel neon just T-shirt underneath and sunglasses.
Yeah, he's
Dope
got dope
look.
shades. Very dope.
Very much, you know, he's just dressed like Don Johnson.
Yeah, I haven't watched Miami Vice. Have you?
I've seen a couple episodes. It's pretty fun. It's a good watch. It's very 80s, you know, so that's what's kind of nice about it.
Yeah. Did you watch the reboot movie?
No.
Me neither.
What's
I haven't
interesting
seen
though is
any
I'm
of it.
pretty sure the reboot movie is directed by Michael Mann, who is the guy that created the show.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so he made the movie.
The movie's supposed to be grittier, right, than the TV show? Wasn't it like rated R?
Probably, I don't know. I mean, Michael Mann's a pretty gritty director. He's the guy that made Heat. He made Collateral.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
he's a very gritty director in general.
Yeah, for sure. Who's in the Miami Vice reboot? It's
Brad
Jamie
Pitt.
Foxx and somebody else.
Brad Pitt, right?
Is it Brad Pitt?
Isn't it?
For some reason, I thought it was the dude from In Bruges. Fuck's his name? Colin Firth. Colin Farrell?
It might
Which
be
one is
with
it?
Colin Firth. Colin Farrell.
I always get him confused.
Yes. No, dude, it was Colin Farrell. Yeah, it
Colin
was
Farrell. Colin Firth is the British guy.
Yes.
But
That's funny. I thought it was Brad Pitt. And he looks like Brad Pitt in the poster a little bit. Just because he's wearing sunglasses.
yeah,
Not that much, I guess.
man, I pulled up Miami Vice on IMDb, and the
Yep.
look is so spot on.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh man, that is really good. That is super good. You guys out there listening, you should
Dude.
look up a side by side of Vice Principal Krubs and Miami Vice from the 80s.
Well, you should
It's
also
insane.
listen to the Miami Vice theme song by Jan Hammer, and then listen to the music that they play for his theme in the episode, and it's like the same thing.
Did they get the rights to it, or is it like
No,
a
it's not.
little-
It's not the same thing,
barely
but it's
different?
it's like someone was say make us something that sounds just like the Miami Vice theme song, but is different enough that we can use it for free.
like a cover, like that you do for the Drake and Josh and for the Ned's music?
Not even that though. Like just like make something in the vein of this.
Oh,
It's like
so it's a little bit more, but same
they
style.
hit
is what
like
you're
some of the same notes, and it's the same vibe, but it's not the same melody or anything like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically,
He's like a
the vice
detective
principal.
in the
Yeah,
episode.
he's a detective. He's investigating CSI style. Really, it reminds me of like CSI Miami.
Exactly.
Because he's like whipping his shades on and off, and he's like analyzing shit at the crime scene.
The shades
I
on and
was
off is a
never-
big gag.
To be fair, I was never a CSI Miami guy. I don't know if you ever watched any of the CSIs.
None
I
of them.
watched the original one, the CSI Las Vegas. That's the one I was into.
That's the most classic one, right? With the guy when it goes, yeah. Is that that one?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, I've never.
Well,
watched
actually,
it.
I think it is. Man, shit, I don't even know. I haven't watched it since like middle school. It's been so long. But the yeah one I think is the Miami one.
That makes
Because
sense.
because he says he takes his glasses off, says the one liner, and then it screams yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. That's the Miami one. But anyway, yeah. So after he starts investigating the crime scene, there's a really dope like micro shot of CG like cheese puffs and fingers.
Yeah.
It looks insane.
It's the residue. It's like the micron view of the residue because he discovers there's Cheeto Puff residue, which he's calling Cheetle. Like Don Cheadle. It's like...
Yeah, It's an interesting name for it. I never heard it. I've only heard it as like cheese dust as like the name.
This is Cheetle. That's the scientific forensic determination of Cheeto Puff dust.
Yeah.
And that is the through line at all the crime scenes. So that is one of the evidence. That's one of the main points of who did this. Someone that's eating Cheetos. Who's got the Cheetos?
Yeah.
Let's find
him. Yeah. So I think it's right before the intro credits roll is when Cookie and Ned walk into the room eating. Both have massive bags of cheese puffs, and they're like, "What's going on, guys?" And he's like, "Busted," and they're like, "Oh shit, we just love cheese puffs, bitch."
Throughout the episode, a couple other people also just happen to have cheese puffs because cheese puffs are just good.
It's big at the school right now. They must have like just added it to like the vending machine or something. I don't know what's going on, but everybody's eating it.
I don't know what their snack situation was, but I mean, I think later on in the episode, Corley actually has some spicy, Cheeto product that he has here, and
similar to like Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Exactly, Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I don't know about you. I feel like in elementary school, I feel like that's when people started getting into the hot fries. Did you have the hot fries available?
No, I didn't.
You didn't have those
No.
available. Maybe that was a New York thing.
I don't think so.
Because I feel like that's kind of a trashy garbage thing to have available, like handicap hot fries, even though they're delicious.
I don't even know what hot fries are. It's just spicy fries.
Maybe it's a regional thing, and that's why you didn't have it.
Maybe. I mean, Flamin' Hot Cheetos were big down here.
Yeah, for sure.
They still are, really. I mean,
yeah.
I don't even think I've ever had Flamin' Hot Cheetos, though. My spicy chip of choice are Takis, usually.
Takis are good.
Big fan of Takis.
Takis are good.
The Fuego ones in the purple bag.
I think I've had Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I think they're good. It's not like they're not good. They're not going to make...
It's probably a very similar heat, I assume, to Takis.
I think it's less acidic.
Is it?
Takis are very acidic, dude.
Why, because of the lime?
Yes.
That's fair.
It's really citric acid.
Well, I mean, the lime is on the bag, though.
It's intense lime flavor.
Yeah.
In this episode, VP Krubbs, he has a sick office.
He does. He has like a cool like neon light of like a bird, like a parrot, I think it is.
Yeah, it's not. I guess it's not a flamingo. Yeah, it's kind of like a parakeet.
It should have been a flamingo, honestly, but it was a parrot, which is still cool. It was still the best part of his office.
Exactly. It's the accent piece. Everything else about it was kind of like, this is just a slubby, messy office.
Yeah, he's got a really bulky ass laptop that doesn't work too. That's a thing that happens throughout this episode. Is his laptop doesn't fucking work.
Well, nothing at JKPMS works apparently. Everything there is outdated, a little bit.
Well, it's a public school,
I guess so. I
feel like that's a lot of the time at public schools. A lot of the stuff's kind of run down. I guess depending on your district, of course.
Yeah. The first tip of the episode Ned gives is tell the truth.
Yeah.
I guess usually a good tip, unless you are a criminal.
Yeah, and so they told the truth, and they outed their really sweet hideout that they made in a bathroom stall.
Yeah.
Which, was it worth it in the end? Because, like, all Lisa got off on was a fucking warning. Sorry, in the end, that's kind of a spoiler, actually. It ends up being Lisa.
Yeah. Plot twist,
but,
it was her all the time.
But, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they got rid of this sweet hideout that they had.
Exactly.
For nothing, basically.
So, basically, they took a bathroom stall, and this stall, it's like the walls seem to go all the way up to the ceiling.
Yeah, and they were, like, fur-lined.
Well, I think they did that. I think they must have tacked, like, sheets or some shit to the thing to make... It was a fort. They made a fort.
Yeah, and they were playing on two Game Boy Advance SPs with like
Sick.
a LAN cable connected between them, so they could play multiplayer. Very sick.
The illest situation.
Yeah, dude. I wonder what they were playing. That shit was tight, dude.
Hopefully something good.
I wish they would have had like a better seating situation in there though. I think they were sharing sitting on the toilet. They should have like had like
They each got a cheek and a half on the toilet.
They should have had like those fold out chairs that can come off the wall. You know what I'm talking about? Like They should have had something built in.
They didn't think that far in advance. They just had the materials to decorate because they had like blacklight posters up and shit. Like they had the whole thing decked out.
They were tripping too. So
yeah, that was their what is it?
They went to smoke back there.
That's that 70s shows. That's their basement room or whatever.
Yeah. Same type of situation.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that was an illegal bathroom decoration though, so they get a citation for that.
Yes, and that gets them off the hook for the other crime of the sander being smashed in woodshop.
Right.
But then, so it basically moves on to the next top suspect, who, in Vice Principal Krubb's mind, happens to be Billy Loomer, which is definitely fair of an assessment.
Another tip that Ned gives is that I think he says vice principals never believe liars. It was something ridiculous like that. How could you say something categorically like that?
Is that really even a tip? That's just kind of like a...
Don't lie.
Like an aside.
They have superpowers. They're the oracles.
They're the oracles of the school, like those fucking twisted old bastards from the movie 300.
They're like the people in Minority Report in the tanks.
I haven't seen Minority Report.
They know when you're going to commit the crime before you commit the crime, and then they arrest you before you even do it.
Fuck.
Yeah. That's the plot of the movie.
I didn't know that it was people in a tank figuring it out, though. I thought it was like just a computer.
No, it's like these weird people that are hooked up to some shit, and they're like in water and stuff. Yeah.
Are they like screaming like "kill me"?
I don't think so, but I haven't seen the movie in a while, so maybe it's a good movie. You should definitely watch it.
I want to, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Maybe I should show me something. I wonder if Will's seen it.
I don't know.
That'd be an interesting.
That would be a good one.
Yeah. It would be, and then so Mose wants to defend Loomer after Loomer gets accused of being the guy.
Yes.
Because she's like, we have to be honorable, we have to honor the tips, blah, blah, blah. Ned and Cookie are both like, hey, man, Loomer, listen, first of all, and this is what I said when we were watching the episode, Mose, you haven't gotten a wedgie, you haven't had your fucking head pushed in the toilet, you haven't had your dick kicked in the dirt by Loomer. Okay?
Yeah, mm-hmm. She doesn't know.
And so, like, they want him obviously gone because this is what they want. They've plotted numerous times in the past ways to get him removed from the premises of the school permanently.
They have. They had that that whole plan to get him sent to the private school with the shrimp.
Yeah, in Nebraska or whatever.
That fell through. But yeah, I don't think she doesn't quite get it, the extent of the torment that they
Ned
faced.
is still not financially recovered from that class action lawsuit. That was the result of that.
That is true. He had horrible representation.
Yeah.
But also one of the when Billy's locker is getting checked for cheese puffs, Coconut Head gets pulled out.
Yeah,
he was like long ways in it, like he was laying down. It's like, how fucking deep is that locker?
That's his storage locker. That's where he goes.
He gets him out and he just like cries and runs away. It was pretty funny. That was a good part.
Yeah, he's like the gimp.
yeah, that's what you were saying in the thing. But yeah, so there's like a mini montage of Mose being upset with them.
Yeah.
And it's basically just her glaring at them while they go about their business and are trying to, move on with their lives.
They're having the time of their lives. Everything's good. Their enemy, the only source of violence against them, physically, emotionally, and otherwise, is potentially gone.
Yes.
I mean, really, Mose is not. I don't know. I don't think she's in the right.
I don't think she is either. But anyway, they end up helping Billy. They agree to it. They're
and
like,
I understand how morally that is, I guess, technically the correct thing to do.
I guess
it depends on your morality.
In that situation, in reality, you would just mind your own business. Honestly,
to me, it depends on your morality because it's like if you believe in free association, it's like fuck him. He's an asshole. But Mose is operating in like every person needs to be treated equally, blah, blah, blah. I think she's wrong.
Billy doesn't get to be treated equally.
You got to be
Billy's a
objective in this
bastard.
situation. Yeah.
Uh,
Curly has
but-
hot cheese snacks. That's when that happens because we get a lunch.
Oh,
we get
right,
we get a
yeah.
little lunch scene. That's when we see that Ned has cut his hot dog in a bizarre way, and it's like sticking up like two put out cigars on his lunch tray thing.
It
pieces
really
of hot
is. I
dog.
don't know what the fuck he was doing.
He was playing with his food.
I feel like I'm always looking at their lunches too. I like can't help but
It's
like
fascinating.
notice all the like stuff that the prop department has put on their lunch table. It's just so weird, like to see what they've done to it and played with it in certain ways.
Yeah, it's definitely the most interesting thing to look at, like in those scenes.
Yeah, I think so too. I wonder how much they really wanted us to look at it though, or just they kind of wanted us to see it as a full lunch table.
I don't know.
But like I'm also looking at like the combinations of food too, because sometimes the food combos are disgusting,
And the drinks and the
eat
juices and the choices like that.
Yeah, it's like what the fuck.
And just the arrangement of the food, like I would say, like here he's got the hot dog torn in two pieces, stuck like bunny ears out
Yeah.
of something. I don't know if he's stuck it in a mashed
it's very
potatoes.
strange. But yeah, so they tried the flaming hot Cheetos, or not flaming hot Cheetos, but the super hot cheese puffs or whatever they are.
Yeah,
Mose is unfazed. She eats them. She's like, yeah, they taste good. Everybody else like has fire coming out of their mouths.
that's because they're bitches.
They are. They can't handle the heat.
Yeah. What can you do? Not everybody can. Not everybody can.
Also, more crimes end up happening. So the basketballs in the gym get slashed.
Yes. Well, before that, Cookie proves Loomer's innocence with like computer spectrometation. I think we said that they decided to help him, but that's how they do it.
Yeah, basically, Cookie's computer has high stats. Vice Principal Krub's computer
has magic,
trash stats.
Basically, is what it.
Well, yeah, because it's able to like somehow analyze what exactly it is. They should have just tasted the dust. That's the easiest way.
True.
But yeah, they found out it was super hot, and the ones in Billy's locker were normal, regular cheese puffs.
Right, and that's when the vice principal is like, "Why couldn't my computer do that?" And then Cookie's like, "My computer has a dual 2.3 processors and a terabyte hard drive. You bitch."
Yeah, I don't know why he brought up the hard drive.
Just to flex.
I guess so, yeah. I mean, terabyte for back then on a hard drive, it was a lot.
Yeah. Then after that, after they disprove that, that's Mose becomes the suspect, right?
Yeah, she does, because she's the one person with the detention record and that had a hall pass, I think, at the time, and can stand the super hot Cheetos.
Right. Makes sense. I mean, everything adds up so far.
Yeah, it does, for sure.
But yeah, Dirk is like, how are we gonna shoot hoops with smash balls?
Oh yeah, and so in every single scenario, Vice Principal Krubs is like, don't worry, I'll get you a new thing by tomorrow. This is key.
And he does. He follows through, yeah?
Yeah, he follows through for sure.
So he's a fucking man of his word. He's a good guy.
But because he thinks it's Mose, Cookie and Ned are now tied in because for some reason, I don't even 100% know why, but they're tied in with it because they're friends with her, I guess.
Association, yeah.
But like what?
You
They
know,
already got shown as innocent.
No, they're just like not the sole, like they're fucking affiliates, dude. They're guilty by association. He's doing collective punishment.
Gosh.
I don't necessarily agree with it, you know.
I definitely don't agree with it.
They helped him. I mean, they've helped him. They've been helping him. So
Yeah, they've been rats this whole episode. I had an issue with that.
exactly, yeah.
They were ratting on kids left and right. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I think most of the time it was fine, though. Most of the time it was justified. When was it
I
not
think-
justified? Who were they ratting on that it was not?
They were ratting everyone out, man. They had a whole screen on Cookie's computer of suspects. He's pointing fingers.
I guess he's just trying to. Yeah, he's like, it could be anybody. Not me though.
Not me though.
Oh yeah, they have the cool cardboard cutouts. I would love to have a cardboard cutout of the crew, 3 of them.
That would be good.
That'd be crazy for a game room.
Yeah, they replaced
For a
themselves on
rumpus
the
room?
bench with a cardboard cutout. That would be good for a rumpus room. That actually reminds me of in my grandparents'
Exactly.
basement. My grandpa has a cardboard cutout of James Dean. And it's over by like the sliding glass door in the basement. And so like whenever you go down there, you just see a silhouette of a person by the glass door. So it looks like someone's just standing there.
The Dean.
It's pretty classic. It's a good prank.
Yeah, they fool him with those though, because they're trying to like, they're trying to like evade him, because
he must have bad vision.
He's just ridiculous. He's just a stupid, silly person. He's a goof.
And they set up a sting operation to try to get the person who is going to try to go in and smash Mr. Monroe's bad VCR.
Yeah.
And they all hide in the same big empty cabinet.
Yes. It's a big closet.
It's basically like a clown car scenario where like more and more people are also being added to the cabinet because people keep coming in the room. For some reason, it's a high traffic room.
It is a high traffic room.
Like all of these like secondary like kind of nerd characters are like coming in the room for different reasons. Like first it's Coconut Head, then it's Claire Sawyer, future lawyer, then it's Martin Quirley, and then finally it's Lisa, who they bust.
Exactly. And you know what? It kind of makes sense because Mr. Monroe is involved with an insane amount of extracurricular activities. It would be high traffic.
That is true. Room. That is true.
So,
yeah. But they bust her in the act, and she gets off with a warning, like I said earlier, because she was doing it for her vigilante reasons, where she was like, since I'm the treasurer, I found out that the only way that the school could get new things is if they were stolen or broken.
Yeah.
So she started smashing shit.
Yeah, she tries to be...
Which I still feel like she should have been punished.
In some sort of way, I would say yeah. Like, it's definitely not allowed.
Yeah,
So.
I feel like it's just encouraging people to continue to do that behavior.
And that's what happens.
It is what happens. Yeah, because there's a running joke throughout the episode, too, which we didn't mention, where Vice Principal Krubbs always puts his hand accidentally on the intercom that, like, projects all over the school.
Yeah.
And he keeps saying bad shit. And this time, at the end, he has his finger on it when he's saying, like, it's after he smashed his own computer. And he's like, you guys don't tell anybody about this because if everybody finds out you can just smash stuff to get new things, we're fucked. So then everybody, you could see, like, silhouettes of people behind him, like, breaking shit.
Yeah, it's like you hear just...
like chaos.
Yeah. And that's pretty much the end of the episode.
But that's like, pretty much that ep. What do you think you're giving that one out of 10 weasels?
What I give it, what I wrote down, I'll give you the gut with 8.5.
Ooh,
that's where I was at. And that's strong.
Dang.
That's strong. I know.
That is strong. I am going. I'm going down way weaker. I'm gonna hit it
5?
with a 6 out of 10 weasels.
Yeah.
6 out of 10. I still enjoyed it, but I didn't think it was very funny, and yeah, I just didn't like the plot that much. I liked that it introduced the vice principal character, but that's
he was the best
pretty
part,
much
for sure.
it. That's pretty much where my extent of enjoyment goes with it.
I think that's fair, and you know what?
But yeah, so now the next part,
the way that and I will say, like, the way that we rate these, very much, at least the way that I rate these, very much all over the place. It's very much depending on how I am in the moment.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. It's solely based on how I feel after I watched it.
Yeah.
Like pretty much at all. I really don't remember my ratings like more than past like the previous episode.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I was saying, the next episode is Mondays. Mondays gets its whole episode by itself. I did not see a Fridays episode.
Yeah, I thought that was my thought. Was like there must be a Fridays episode, like because Fridays are fucking a thing for sure.
Yeah, and that's what sent me on a search for it. Right. Maybe it's like piled in with another episode because there is like a last day episode or whatever. So that could be maybe a Friday, but not really. Like, I don't know. It's kind of strange that there is no Friday episode. But
if anything, Fridays are more of a thing than Mondays are. Well,
Mondays are just, trash days. That's why it has this episode this way. Friday is a party day.
A lot of the stuff, to me, a lot of the stuff in this episode that's Monday stuff is like, I guess it is real in some sort of a sense, but like it's exaggerated heavily. To me,
for sure.
Obviously, because it's a cartoon show.
Really, a lot of the things for like the Mondays episode is just like things where you don't get enough sleep. It's really a sleep episode, a lack of sleep episode, which can be any day.
Yeah.
But I guess it's more Monday because people stay up on the weekends generally.
Traditionally.
I don't know how much that really goes with kids. It makes more sense on Gordy's side, where he's a grown man and he's like doing shit on the weekends, But with the kids, what the fuck are they doing? Their parents are probably still making them go to sleep.
Yeah, Mose hates Mondays. Ned hates Mondays. Mose growls at someone. Mose growls at Mr. Monroe, actually.
Like, she's the cranky side of Mondays, and Ned is the tired side of Mondays.
Yes. Which makes sense.
Yeah, I think it fits their personalities.
Is Cookie one of the people that Mondays, like he's down with Monday?
Yeah, he's down because his thing is that he always wears his favorite pair of underwear.
He's also a loser.
Well, it does seem like the only people that are enjoying Mondays are the nerds.
Yeah. From the get-go, that's the immediate, apparent conclusion to draw.
Yeah, because the other two people that are enjoying Mondays is Lisa and Coconut Head. Yep. And Mr. Monroe, I guess, but they don't really say why he enjoys Mondays.
He's also a loser.
Dang.
But Gordy's the whole time. The whole episode, basically, Gordy is like you said. He's nodding. He's narcoleptic, or he did some crack or some shit over the weekend, and now he's got to sleep for three days. But he is just he's falling asleep standing up.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit of narcolepsy.
He's a mess.
For sure. And in his, plot of this episode, Cookie ends up, rigging, he ends up calling it the Wake Master. What was it? It was the Cram Master?
It was the Cram Master. It was the Cram Master. And, by the way, the Cram Master broke Ned's brain permanently.
Yeah, it did. It fucked him.
And now he always... has hallucinations of Abe Lincoln and Benedict Arnold when he's in moral dilemmas.
Yes, which I think this is the first time they brought it back since that original episode.
I think so. Yeah, but he has internally been battling with this ever since that initial.
With his demons, if you will.
This is how he deals with it. Yeah. This is his monster.
And then on the other side of the plots for this episode is Ned and Mose are trying to come up with the best Monday to try to beat the Monday blues, basically. So they're coming up with different ideas. The first one being Monkey Mondays, where they bring in Bobo, the little monkey.
The little capuchin.
Exactly know. Oh, it was a capuchin monkey.
That's
okay, I was gonna say I didn't know what kind it was. The puppet was great,
dude. The first time, when they first show it, it's in the Uncanny Valley. That it's a very realistic but still clearly not real puppet. Yeah. Until it starts to move a lot, and then it becomes very clearly fake. But
it looked so good, dude. I loved the way it looked.
Yeah, it was incredible. I wonder where that prop is now.
I don't know.
That would be a good one.
That would be a good thing to have like on a shelf. You're like, yeah, that's the monkey from Monday's episode of Ned's Classified.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Someone made that. Someone made that with love.
Oh, for sure, dude. You think it's just like thrown to like the back corner of like a prop warehouse?
It's in a box under another
in
box.
Sacramento.
It's in a box that's like in a warehouse that's 3,000 square feet long.
Fuck, that's
like in Indiana Jones.
I mean, that's sad to think about, you know? It's definitely sad to think about.
Yeah, I mean, but there's a lot of crazy stuff that's locked away like that.
I wonder how much
I would hope.
I wonder how much memorabilia the main cast of the show like has. Like, I wonder how much they took.
I don't know. That would be a good thing to ask. Fucking if you guys want to hit up at Devin Works Harder, aka Devin Workheiser, who is Ned. We got Daniel Curtis Lee, who is Cookie. We've got Lindsay Shaw, who is Mose. Right. So
yes.
Hit him up on the Instagram. That seems to be the platform of choice for the crew.
Everyone.
Along with Pinky, who is a DJ now, Coconut Head. Right.
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ask them what kind of dope Ned paraphernalia that they walked away with.
I'm sure they got some of the stuff. I bet you Cook was able to get the glasses at the very least. Right?
I would hope so. Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be sick. And Coconut Head better have gotten the wig.
Yeah, the wig. He comes out DJ, and then he whips the wig off.
That'd be sick, dude.
I don't know how much he leans into the Coconut Head like past of his entity.
I think that they all probably have,
They have to.
I think they have a positive look on it. That's what it seems like, at least really from what I've seen on Instagram.
It seems like there was no like what's his name? There was no Dan Schneider abuse occurring on the set of Ned.
No, this isn't
what
Schneider.
I gather. No, that's what I'm saying.
Isn't Schneider.
I know it wasn't Snyder. That's why I'm saying.
Oh, okay. You're okay. So you're saying like on this.
I think this is a
Dan
healthier
Schneider's
environment than a Schneider production would have been.
Right. Who's the creator of this again? It's Scott Fellows, right? Isn't that his name?
I think that sounds exactly right.
Yeah, Scott Fellows. That's who it is. Sorry, I had to look it up real quick.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
it definitely seems more positive, at least from what I see on Instagram, which is good. I'm glad.
Yeah. Another one of the things that they come up with is macchiato madness. So they drink macchiatos because Ned's mom likes macchiatos, and they get wired on caffeine.
Macchiatos are good.
They're caffeine noobs.
Yes. There's also Megaphone Mondays.
That's right.
Where they just scream really loud through megaphones.
Everybody has one.
Even
Coconut Head.
Did we also say the reason why Gordy needs to stay awake is because Vice Principal Krubbs keeps catching him taking Monday naps, day-long Monday naps he calls them.
Day long.
So basically, if he catches him again napping, he's gonna fire him on the spot.
Exactly.
No questions asked.
Yeah.
That's why Cookie is rigging up this monstrosity of a machine to him and stuff like that. Which doesn't really end up working. He ends up tweaking it after all these different Mondays go by. Because this episode actually takes place over like the course of like a month. It's like over many different Mondays.
It is pretty wild.
Because they keep going to that transition shot of like the calendar where it's like next Monday. But yeah, so he tweaks that and he ends up rigging him up to a like a shock machine, basically, where if his heart rate goes under 50, then it shocks him awake.
There's also Matzo Ball Monday, by the way.
Yes, sorry. I saw that in my notes as well. Yeah, Matzo Ball Monday.
But go on about the Gordy thing. I'm going to be right back. I have to pee.
Yeah, go for it. So Matzo Ball Monday was the weakest of the Mondays. This is where Ned finally gives up. He basically just can't do it anymore. He can't come up with any more ideas. He feels like Mondays have beaten him. And this was the only M word he could think of. So they have matzo ball soup. But the monkey, Bobo is his name, actually. Which is the same as Drake and Josh, I just thought of. The same as the Bobo the Monkey episode, which is interesting. But he is throwing matzo balls at everybody. And that's where it ends for Ned. and then it goes to Gordy being shocked alive. Where so yeah, I was just talking about Matzo Ball Mondays. Now I'm back to Gordy.
Yeah.
So he gets shocked back awake, but then it like passes out from the shock because it's so intense, and that's where Vice Principal Krubbs catches him.
Exactly.
He's like, "You're sleeping," but then he's getting pelted with matzo balls. So Gordy's like, "What if I catch the monkey?" Who, right before you came back, Kirk, I mentioned that the monkey's name is Bobo, which is the same name as the monkey in Drake and Josh, but a different monkey, a completely different type of ape.
Well, technically, Bobo from Drake and Josh wasn't a monkey.
Yeah, it's an orangutan.
Yeah, it's an ape.
Yeah, and this is a little capuchin monkey. Both named Bobo though.
That's pretty ridiculous.
But I thought of it.
Yeah, that's funny.
I guess that's like Nickelodeon's go-to name for any sort of ape.
It's a very
or monkey.
stereotypical sort of a name to for that sort of a creature.
Yeah. So Gordy basically jumps into action.
What Krubbs says is like, you're fired, and there's nothing that can change my mind. He specifically says that, and then that's when he starts getting pelted with the matzo balls, and then Gordy's like, "What if I catch the monkey?" And he's like, "Okay, catch the monkey, Gordy," and then
he caves quickly.
Yeah. But this
and the way that they actually are able to keep Gordy awake is that earlier in the episode he mentioned that the only reason he stays awake after his like weekend antics is because there's a little bluebird that keeps him up all night chirping, I guess. So Cookie rigs up this like nightmare machine to his head where it's basically just a bird cage, but there's two bluebirds in the cage with him on his head. That's a fucking nightmare for me. I do not like birds. So, like, I cannot even believe what that would be like. That is horrible.
He seems chipper about it.
He is, but, like, that is just...
Did we talk about Gordy is clearly some sort of, like, he's like Johnny Depp. He just parties hard and just fucking, passes out in places and...
Yeah, we didn't really mention it, but that is what seems to be going on, because he says that he can't talk about what he does on his weekends until they're all 30. So.
Oh my god, he's clearly some sort of a swinger. He's doing coke.
For sure.
He's doing orgy stuff maybe.
Yeah, like when we were watching, I was saying he was getting laid by like 10 different chicks every weekend.
I mean, he's kind of like a dumb hunk, He's probably got a fucking huge cock. Come on. Gordy?
Oh shit, I didn't expect you to say that. That's right when I was taking a drink.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean for sure, right? Fucking Gordy, dude. He seems like the kind of chill dude though who would be partying on the weekends. Like he has this job just so he can pay his bills. He really doesn't give a fuck about it.
He's got to be a bachelor.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
He's got a hammock in his goddamn janitor's closet.
True.
Like he's got a sweet situation at work and at home, I imagine.
Yeah.
I would love to see his bachelor pad. I wish they would do some sort of shot there,
Right. Gordy at home? That'd be great.
Yeah, it'd be sick too.
Or Gordy at the weekend, like to flashback to see what actually happened on the fucking weekend.
That would have been dope. I wish that was a deleted scene instead of them showing us like a bunch of bloopers. I wish they would have showed what his house is like.
Yeah, what he's doing to be so out of it on Monday.
Yeah, but he's able to catch the monkey.
He is impressive because he never caught the weasel.
Basically a big like butterfly net. Yeah, he wasn't. And I will say, very similar tactics to what he tries to do with the weasel. He just caught it in a net. Like, I mean, I guess maybe the weasel ones are a little bit usually more elaborate.
Yeah, they are. They're very cartoony. They're very Wile E. Coyote.
But you would think this would make him think like, oh man, maybe I should not be so fucking elaborate and ridiculous when I'm trying to catch my arch nemesis, the weasel.
That's what you'd think.
But
no. At a certain point, Ned gives up. He gives in. He says Monday wins, whatever the fuck that means.
Yep. Yeah, he falls into a deep depression.
Deep. He's like, man, fuck. I can't even beat Mondays. It's okay, Ned.
It is sad. It's sad.
Hey, Ned. No one likes Mondays except for these losers. Do you want to be like them?
Except for these
Do you want to be like them?
nerds. You want to be like Gordy. And Ned, 100%.
You want to sling dick like Gordy.
100% in the future, Ned is becoming Gordy.
For sure. That's why he's his... I mean, I think Ned is a single... I want to say that Ned is like the son of a single mother. Doesn't have a dad. I don't know what happened to the dad. I don't know if the dad's alive. Maybe he left. I don't know. He jumped town.
I somehow 100% agree with you.
And then Gordy is Ned's father figure now.
Yes, I agree 100%.
Yeah.
I think that's exactly what that character is. Cook and Mose come from much more stable households, I feel.
Yeah, I think so. I think especially Cook.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think his parents have some wealth, too, for how many gadgets he has.
It would appear to be that way. I mean, it would seem...
But he's not showy with it, except for when he's P. Cookie.
Well, did Jimmy Neutron's parents, would you say they were middle class, right? They were straight middle of the line.
They were very middle class.
He had a fucking underground lair.
That is true. His dad he was like a salesman, right? And his mom was like a stay-at-home
He was like a door-to-door, like, fucking, like, duck salesman or something retarded.
Yeah, some sort of dumb shit salesman.
Yeah, and then she was like, yeah, she was a whatever mom or something.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair though, it's based on like a stereotypical American 50s household, isn't it? Like it's like
yeah, but it doesn't take place in the 50s.
No, it doesn't at all. I'm talking about like the dynamic and like the.
It's like a sitcom from the 50s.
Really, the style.
It's like it's really like a sitcom from the 80s.
Yeah, I guess.
Like Reagan 80s, which is kind of like a throwback to 50s family values, I guess. So
I guess I'm thinking more of like the whole style of it being like obsessed with like nuclear everything. At least,
it's just science. Science in general.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because he goes underwater and he goes in the submarine. And
He's got his fucking rockets and shit.
He does all kind of crazy shit. Which submarines are expensive as shit too. I bet he's got a lot of patents. I bet Jimmy Neutron has like he's invented a bunch of stuff and he's like collecting money off of these inventions that he's created.
And you think he's not telling his parents?
No. He's letting them struggle with bills. They're like struggling with real shit.
Yeah, it's damn real.
He's got millions of dollars. He's like Elon Musk.
His dad's crying, staying up all night.
Every night his dad has to fucking decide he's got to carry on, like living to
Oh, jeez, Jesus Christ.
No, he wouldn't. That's not where he would go. He's a happy guy. He's a happy-go-lucky, simple man. He doesn't struggle.
He's not very
exactly.
Smart.
He doesn't struggle with those sort of problems.
Those burdens.
Yeah. Ignorance is bliss. Lisa, we find out is allergic to I think she says birds, dogs, cats, trees, and rap videos that exploit women.
Yes.
She says that at lunch.
Yeah, those are the things she's allergic to.
Yeah.
The only other things I have written down are the end things. Once they figure out like how to beat Mondays in quotes or whatever. It's basically like wear your favorite outfit based on Cookie's thing, where he wears his favorite underwear.
Wouldn't he wear?
Pack your favorite lunch.
Why wouldn't Cookie wear a tracksuit?
Well, I think that Cookie only finds the love of tracksuits when he's in the mindset of P. Cookie.
He's like got multiple personalities.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely for sure. But yeah, like I was saying, the fave lunch one, which comes off of Lisa's.
Yes.
And we see Ned have a big ass
Hold
sandwich.
on, Lisa brings a goddamn pie. She brings like a fucking blueberry pie.
Does she really? I missed that.
That's what it is. Yeah, she like unveils this pie that she like smells. It's a full on pie.
That is pretty baller, bringing a full pie to a middle school lunch.
Baller, yeah.
And the other thing is to plan something special based off of Coconut Head going to the movies every Monday.
Yeah, well, they say doesn't Monroe say thanks to Ned, or does he say thanks to Coconut Head?
He said thanks to Ned, I believe.
Because Monroe incorporates, he becomes Movie Monday, which is really Monkey Movie Monday with Monroe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So a
lot of M's.
Yeah, he shows them a monkey movie on Monday.
But that's that episode.
Yeah.
It was all right. You know, I thought it was pretty much on par with the first part, maybe a little bit better. I laughed at the monkey stuff. The
monkey
puppet was
stuff
great.
was very good.
For that reason, I think I would make it a little bit higher. I'm gonna go with a 6.5. On this one.
Okay.
What were you thinking?
So it's funny how different the reactions were, because I went 8 on this one as on the gut first off thing.
Right on.
It is very. I would say comparable to the last one. In terms of.
And see, I view this as probably the weakest of season 2 so far.
I don't know if I could say that, because I mean, obviously, if you look at my ratings, that's not true. But
yeah,
I don't know. I thought there was some good stuff in both, like the principal stuff in the first one, and then the monkey stuff in the second one, especially.
Yeah, that's fair. You know.
But yeah.
That's the gut reaction, though. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah, and then so, moving on, whatever's next episode.
Yep.
We'll have to check IMDb and not Amazon.
Yes, definitely.
To see what's next. It's going to be fucking... I'm trying to find... By episode, season 2. Ooh. It's going to pertain to your body and procrastination.
Ooh.
Your body.
Good subjects.
My body. Her body.
So there's probably going to be someone who stinks.
It's going to be hot and steamy.
Ooh, yeah.
We're going to talk about parts unknown. But yeah. Thanks for listening. You made it through another episode of the Ned's Declassified School Survival Podcast.
Yep.
I've been Kirk.
And I've been Jacob.
Stay Ned.
And stay dead.